Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the BTM Crypto News Network. Let's go. So this is Kaspa, right? Back to Kaspa. I know it's been a minute, but we are back and we are live. So let me know what you guys think. And this is the Kaspa live from a BTM. Just looking to turn the screen share on, start the spotlight, and see what we can see. So let's start with the crypto bubbles. So it looks like was that Kodo? Cato. Cato is up 19.7%. Powell is up 8.5. Uh DBCN is up 1.9. Mr. Miggles is up 3.9. Spectra AI is up 4.7. BGB is up 1.9. Quant is up 3.6. Nexo's up 2.3. Mog is up 3.3. XCN is up, closing something out. XCN is up. Where are we? Here, I'm tripping. XCN is up 0.7. DAG's up 1.6. Hex is up 2.9. GigaChat is up 0.6. XPX 6900 is up 0.3. AVAX is up 1%. Ethereum is up 1.8. Down 0.5 on the week up to 4,198. McCade is up 4.1. Bitcoin is up 2.3 to 114,000. XRP is up to 280, up 0.4 on the day, up 2.3 on the week, up 1.1 on the month. 0.3 on the hour, and 343% on the year. Let me see. Cubic is up 2.1. Tau is up 0.7. XLM is up 0.5. Binance is up 2.3 to 1,023. And everything else is red. AI tech's down 13%. Bear is down 7.7. Okay, I see you. World Mobile up 0.8, 0.6 on the day to 22 cents. Solana is up 0.2 to 210. And I'm glad I got in the Solana when it was down, bought the dip, and now riding it back up. See what else we got here. Tau is up 0.7. I wish I'd have got Tau while it was down. Wow, up to 308. Wish I'd have got it when it was in the twos. So everything else is down. Chrono is down 1.6. White's down 0.6. Alchemy Pay is down 0.5. Peanut is down 2.3. Virtuals is down 3%. Sky's down 2.9. So by the dip, Fartcoin's down 1.6. ASM is down 4.3. Helium is down 5.3. Meadow is down 1.6. Aleo is down 3% to 21 cents. Bears down 7.5. AIZ16 is down 3.6. XCN is down 1.9. SUI's down 0.8. FTT is down 4.4. Near Protocol is down 3.2. Block Arbitron is down 2.9. Brett's down 2.5. FET is down 1.1. Putty Penguin's down 2.6. SHIB's down 1%. Radium's down 1.6. Stronghold is down 3.4. Hash Flow is down 6%. Swarm's down 5.2. And of course, the Kaspa token, KAS, is down 1.5 on the day, 1.4 on the week, 12% on the month. It's a rough month for Kaspa, guys. 53.3% on the year. But if you guys remember, this is about the time it started pumping previously, right? When we got to serious numbers, when is this? Yeah, December. Well, it's only showing me a year, but it started to kind of go crazy in October and then started pumping in. Let's see if we can find and see here. Go to our largest interval, 12 months maybe. Oh wow, that's not what we wanted. The month maybe. Yeah, that's better. See if we can zoom out a little bit. Bring this down. Bring that down. See here, zoom out. While the line's still here. So this was November. So it started September 23, October. How's it showing me every other? Well, September, October, and then a huge November, then a push up in February, May, June. Trying to zoom out a little bit more here. What is this? November came down in October, January, a little bit of push, and this is July. So let me know. Do you think now is the time? This is March. Trying to see what the candles look like. This is July. We'll check the visualizer. So they're at 32 BPS, and this is 10 BPS. And did they ever get the smart contracts? Anybody? I know they're working on it, but I didn't check back to see. So let me know what you guys think. And this is the Casper Onion. Casper just broke a record. Everyone in all of crypto, retweet, tag, spread the word. We also have smart contracts on Sound Money. And this is through head to head. Solana, what is that? 10 million transactions in 24 hours. Caspa, 60 million in 24 hours. Didn't break a single sweat. Didn't break a sweat, break records. So this is better than Aster. Cast is booming. Cast community is winning. Already 5x Cast is 100x token. What is this? Wow, up 2043. We'll check that out on Caspa FYI. This is Caspaletti. Caspa is just ready for the bull run. It is bull run catalyst. Get ready for the first bull run. This is when I become a Caspa millionaire. I won't tell anyone, but there will be signs. And this is a Bugatti on the side of a, looks like a trailer home, maybe? I don't know. Everyone want, everyone would want your Caspa. This is the project just went up a level. And this is Caspa Plex. Let me see. We can start this video over, play this real quick, come back and start it over.
Positive news for Kaspa as smart contracts have finally arrived. Casplex, built with the Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation, just launched its ZK EVM Layer 2 mainnet, bridging Ethereum-compatible smart contracts to Kaspa. That means for the first time ever, DeFi, NFTs, DAOs, and programmable dApps can actually run on Kaspa, all secured by one of the fastest proof-of-work blockchains out there. This leap was only possible thanks to Casper's Crescendo upgrade earlier this year, which boosted block production to 10 blocks per second, optimized ordering, and laid the foundation for layer 2 scaling. Now Casplex takes it further, uses KAS as a native gas token, so there's no new token for confusion. It's fully Ethereum compatible, Solidity, Remix, MetaMask all work, and it's a two-way bridge between L1 and L2. Already tested with over 24 million transactions and 300,000 wallets. So this is massive for Casper's ecosystem. It opens the door for developers to easily port Ethereum dApps, for users to tap into cheap, fast DeFi, and for KAS to gain real utility beyond payments. And all this means that Kaspa isn't just a high-speed L1 anymore, it's now a full smart contract platform with ZK EVM firepower. Definitely massive news for Kaspa. Of course, this is my research. Do your own. And for more things crypto, give me a follow.
I'm going to keep it moving. This is 99% of crypto has no idea about Kaspa. And that's exactly why I'm so bullish. Later they wake up, the later they wake up, the bigger the explosion. More improvement on Casplex stablecoin, Kaspa, DeFi. This ecosystem is about to become unstoppable, but it's been unstoppable. It's just the fact that it doesn't have the adoption lit. So let me know what you guys think about the Kaspa adoption. And this is Kaspa. Let's go. A new KAS application has just been released. You can download it here. This is a desktop application to be able to interact with Kaspa Explorer. You can keep track of specific addresses and download transaction reports of your address that contains all details, including the fiat price during the transfer. Very good tool. So I might have to check this out. Kaspa Explorer. So Kaspa's always developing pretty good things. So I don't know why the adoption just isn't there yet, right? Why people aren't FOMOing in, but it's only a matter of time. At some point, people will start going crazy. What the WTF? This guy correctly wrote about the smart contracts last year. Now he has just wrote that Binance would list Kaspa and Kaspa meme coin, the Yanni Turtle. What do you think? And this is on Medium, of course. So this is Frank Jacobs. Kaspa set to launch smart contracts in Q4. The crypto community is abuzz with rumors of Kaspa is gearing up for massive evolution. The integration of smart contracts set for Q4 2025. According to recent insider information, this upgrade will transform Kaspa from a promising blockchain to a full-fledged DeFi powerhouse. And while official Ledge Leak Binance said to plan Kaspa listing, Story reports allegations received from sources that could not be independently verified at this time. Bro, they've been talking about listing Caspa for years, bro. Years. Coinbase and Binance. But I heard a rumor that they don't want to push Caspa too much because they're trying to push Bitcoin, right? They don't want Bitcoin to be confused or for people to start swaying away from Bitcoin and investing in Kaspa. But I think this will happen, just not right now. I think once Bitcoin hits that all-time high in the 250 range, they might then start pushing it and letting it pump that way. So let me know what you guys think in the comments as well. The story reports allegations received from sources and could not be independently verified at the time of publication. My source says during an after dinner conversation described as occurred after a few glasses of wine, major senior manager at Binance Ozzy told my source that the exchange plans to list Caspa and a new meme token called Yatelli as soon as next week. And what is this? This is the 28th. According to source, the manager said Binance has quietly accumulated Caspa over the past several years because the project wouldn't pay for listing. The manager explained that this accumulation was carried out across multiple wallets intentionally, fragmented to avoid drawing attention. We see huge potential in Caspa, the Binance manager said, and we might also list Vitello, a little meme token of Caspa chain at the same time. So you got all these KRC20 tokens, and this is what you're going to list. Breaking news, Caspa hit a record breaking 61 million transaction count. And this is from Caspa FYI, 61 million transactions yesterday. Massive 24-hour KAS posted about Kaspa world record 60 million transactions. This is more about the 60 million. Big accounts are starting to talk Kaspa. Bitcoin.com news. Nick, creator of BitGold, returns to share insights on Bitcoin's value versus the new contender like Kaspa. What are your thoughts? So I guess there is some slight adoption coming down the pipeline. 3 months ago, I was a Bitcoin maxi called Kaspa a scam. What? Say it ain't so. Today, I can't stop thinking about Kaspa and how to grow its adoption. I guess that's how it goes, man. Once you cross the line, you can't go back. Kaspa's living rent free in your mind. Perceptions can change in an instant. All one must do is keep an open mind and look at things critically. And this is why we're able to buy Bitcoin for only a 107K. A lot of people who own Bitcoin literally don't understand what they hold. They sell it to people like me and maybe you who put in 500 hours studying it. Bitcoin, not crypto. Journey from whole coiner to half coiner. Sold half BTC when it hit 100K last year to buy some alts. Expected alt season, I'll be making easy 4 to 5x in a few weeks, then rotate back to Bitcoin. Let's have a moment for the alts, which are currently down 70%. Yet I see why guys say never to sell Bitcoin. Of course, rule number one, never sell your Bitcoin. And then let me see, keeping it moving. I think that's all we had on Kaspa. So this is the article. Alleged Leak. Binance said to plan to list Kaspa. This story reports allegations received from source could not be independently verified at the time of publication. So the manager's name has not been published for a legal and ethical reporting perspective. Allegations about market moving corporate plans and secret accumulations have serious implications and require corroboration before a reporter named individuals. For that reason, and because the account remains unverified, this story does not identify the Binance staff member. Of course it doesn't. Next week, listing the pump narrative. According to a source, the Binance manager said, just trying to see something, did not provide a precise calendar date, but mentioned that the target was as soon as next week, since these timing details are unconfirmed and potentially market sensitive. I believe readers should treat them cautiously. So that's weird. You're going to say that they're listing Binance with no sources. I don't know. But this is the Kaspa SYI dashboard. Currently, we're at 8 or 9 point TPS, 10 BPS, 690.6 petahash, 93% mined. Next reduction is 4 days down to 4.12 cast. Boss John did coin Kaspa. We will see, my guy. We will see. And this is current active address is 300,000. And then the public nodes, I haven't seen this in a long time. So it looks like our node is still live in Texas and Houston. I guess the Dallas node turned off. That's weird. And the Austin node. So let's go over to top addresses and see what's going on. So there's one address that people were saying were Binance. So let's see here. Um, Crabs added 3 in the last hour. Octopus added 1. No change with fish. We lost a dolphin. 24 hours, we added 18 crabs, 122 octopus, lost 44 fish, 14 dolphins, 1 shark, 3 whales, and a humpback. But the Aquaman remains strong. 7 days, we added 233 crabs, 400 octopus, 168 fish, lost 25 dolphins, 4 sharks, 5 whales, and 1 humpback. These guys would be sick if these Binance listed tomorrow or listed next week. These guys are going to go crazy. Let's look at the top addresses. Mexi lost 5 mil won. Bybit added 1.8 mil won. The unknown address is still at 896 million. This address is 782 million. Gate.io 536 million. Added 124 million Kaspa. Let's see, we'll look at the changes only. BitGet added 1.3 million. Kraken added or lost 6.3 million. This guy lost 21 million. This Kraken lost 215,000. Rust Fund lost 3.5 million and Uphold added 1.7 mil won. Let's go over to the KRC20 tokens. So on KRC20, Zale is up 8%. Slow is down 22%. Nachos up 6. Wiener is up 9. Kango's down 3. Top gainer is Cappy up 16. Wieners up 9. Zale is up 8. K-Rec is up 6. Goat is up 6%. And I thought Zale would be doing a lot more than up 6%. Top KRC20 token is Zale at 24.8 million market cap. Nacho is number 2. What? 12.1 million market cap, up 6%. PPKAS is up 1% to 6.8 million. Kaspa unchanged at 4.2 million. Kango 2.4 million. Kasper 1.8 million. Conan, the top dog on Kaspa, up 1% to $1 million. It might be one of the biggest holders of Conan, actually. That's weird. But the management changed, so I don't know. I haven't even been looking at this for a while. There was some discrepancies with some of the developer and the developer's helper, some political things, and then the smart contract got delayed and nothing happened. So I wonder if there's some action going. Goat is up 6% to 517K. Croak is up, actually down 4%. Slow is down 22%. What is this? Oh, wow. Bert's down 2%. Kiki's up 2%. Cairo is up, down 15%. Hirex is 5. Bomo's down 23. Wow. KDAO is down 35%. What is going on out here? And this is Kaspa Live. Kaspa is at a 2 billion market cap at 7.5 cents. In the hour, it's down 1%. For the 24 hours, it's down 1.8. 7 days is down 1.4. For the month, it is down 12%. For the 90 days, it is up 2.9. And for the year, it is up, actually down 53. I remember it was up like 300%, man. People were telling me I didn't know what I was talking about. I sound like a normie. I wish I could find that video, guys, because that was pretty much crazy. So this is coin market cap. That's Kaspa at 7 cents, down 1.6 on the day. Market cap 2 billion. 24-hour trading volume 44.1 million, up 23%. See what's going on here. Wow. Bitcoin OG talking about peak at Kaspa blockchain. Top of the bull cycle. How high does it go? I'd say 50 cents. 50 cents, $1, $2, $5. What's weird is that Kaspa is not on Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com. Curious why it's been around for a while with a $2 billion market cap, which makes a lot of sense, guys. It's been around for a while. I was mining Kaspa pre-COVID, right? And then things just kind of faded away and got weird. So I don't know. I think Block DAG have a great deal of potential, but the best realized when the emphasis is put on applying the better trade-offs to improving trust minimalization rather than on other something desperado such as performance. Kaspa's performance without sacrifice of Satoshi's system, trust form factor. Block DAGs have a great deal of potential. Three new Casper projects to watch. You may want to keep your eye on these interims to Caspa Unchained ecosystem. Which projects are missing from this list? And this is a Twitter actual posting. It's weird. See what we can find here in the Twitter posting. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat your main man BTM. I'm just trying to keep the lights on BTM Crypto News Network. So let's see. Oh wow. I thought this was an actual link, not an actual site. It's weird. Why is there no mention of the applications? That's weird. Let me see. Why is Caspa down? Caspa fell 1.3% in the past 24 hours, aligning with the 7-day down 1.76 and 30-day 12% down trend. Key factors include broader crypto risk off sentiment, technical bearish signals, and competitive pressure from newer projects. Market-wide risk adverse ahead of U.S. inflation data. Technical weakness below key moving averages. The narrative shifts towards newer October altcoins. What? Really? Deep dive. Market-wide risk aversion bears impact. Crypto market fell sharply on September 26, 27, with CoinDesk 20 index dropping 5% as investors brace for the U.S. core PCE inflation report. Bitcoin ETF saw 258 million outflows. Oh, wow. And derivatives open interest decline, signaling reduced risk appetite. What this means, Caspa's 1.23 decline mirrored the micro trend. The fear and greed index held neutral 43, but altcoin faced selling pressure as traders favored cash or Bitcoin during uncertainty. Technical breakdown, bearish overview. Casper trades below critical SMA, 7-day SMA 007, current price 0076, 30-day SMA 008, RSI 14 splits at 40, neutral but weakened, while MACD shows sustained bearish momentum. The price has struggled to reclaim the 8 cents since mid-September, creating a resistance zone. Fibonacci retracement level suggests the next support at the 0074, September swing low. Competitive pressure from new projects. Articles hyped newer tokens like XYZ Sports 3 Meme Coin, Plasma, XPL, 12 billion. FPV at launch. As October picks crypto news, Kaspa fell 13.3 this week, while XZBT XYZ verse, pre-sale narrative, diverted speculative capital. And always the pre-sale, always the pre-sale. People get the pre-sale and it disappears, man. I got into 2 pre-sales that didn't do anything, man, which was crazy. But we will see. And then this is while Kaspa's fundamentals remain intact, BlockDAG tech short-term traders rotated to newer narratives, thinning buy-sell liquidity. Kaspa's dip reflects a triple threat: micro caution, technical breakdowns, and altcoin rotation. While its long-term scalability thesis holds, the intermediate outlook depends on whether the 007 or 074 supports holds and if the broader market stabilizes post PCE data. Keywords: can Casper defend the 07 that miss rising turnover 2.15 liquidity ratio? Monitor Bitcoin's reaction to the 109K support for broader market cues. So let me know what you think. Do you think it is over or do you think it's going to bounce back? So let's see. Bitcoin Hoodie released a video yesterday. Let's see what's going on today. Not a lot of videos. I remember when Kaspa videos were everywhere. Now down to the few. Let's see what this guy's talking about actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, crypto fam, welcome back to my channel, and let me tell you straight up, do not pause this video, don't even blink too hard, because what I'm about to unpack for you today is wild. If you skip even 1 second, you're going to miss the thread that ties all of this together, and trust me, you'll want to see where I'm going with this. Smash that like button, subscribe, and share this video right now so more people in the community know what's happening, because Kaspa is not just making moves, it's rewriting the playbook. Let's dive in, and remember, stay locked in till the end because the secret I'm revealing only makes sense when you've seen the full picture. Now, breaking news, Nick Szabo just wakes up. Yeah, that Nick Szabo, the legendary Satoshi-era Bitcoin researcher who's been radio silent for 4.5 years, and guess what he does? He doesn't tweet about Bitcoin, he doesn't talk about Ethereum, he immediately starts asking technical questions about Kaspa's BlockDAG, and specifically about nodes. According to reports circulating in the community, Yonatan Sompolinsky, one of the brilliant minds behind Kaspa, responds and tells everyone to study the upcoming DAG Night protocol. Now let me ask you this. When was the last time a Bitcoin OG came out of hibernation just to geek out over your favorite altcoin? Drop your answer in the comments because this is huge. Now, some of you are probably thinking, okay, cool, smart people talking about Kaspa, but what does that mean for my portfolio? Well, according to Kaspa Luigi, and I'm talking about Luke Koval here, he still believes Kaspa can hit 50 cents to $1 this year, 2025. He breaks it down pretty simply. You only need to push the market cap from 2 billion to 15 billion, and if the right catalysts happen, this move could be lightning fast. His advice? Keep holding and support the community. Now, I'm not here to promise you moon missions, but let me ask you something. Do you think 15 billion is unrealistic for a project that's actually delivering on technology? Because from where I'm sitting, that's not even a stretch if adoption keeps climbing. What do you think? Too optimistic or right on the money? Comment below. Speaking of adoption, Kaspa Daily reports that the Kaspa network is absolutely surging after the Layer 2 launch. We're talking active addresses spiking to nearly 250,000 and total transactions hitting an all-time record of almost 60 million. That's not hype, that's real network activity. That's actual people using the blockchain. According to the data shared by Kaspa Daily, this is a clear sign of expanding usage and genuine demand across the entire network. When you see numbers like that, you're not looking at speculation anymore, you're looking at utility. And utility is what separates projects that survive from projects that disappear. Now let me talk about something that, honestly, made me laugh this week. According to Crypto Bandits, Kaspa is pushing 17,000 transactions per second, and people are still sleeping on it. Some guy named Stakamoto tries to clown on Kaspa by saying the value transferred was only $16.50, like that was supposed to be an insult. But Crypto Bandits does the math that Stakamoto conveniently skips. Kaspa processes 17,000 transactions per second. Each second equals $16.50 to miners. There are 86,400 seconds in a day, which means Kaspa is paying out $1,425,600 daily in block rewards. That's $1.4 million per day, $10 million per week. So let me ask you, does that sound like a meme coin to you? Because according to Crypto Bandits, Kaspa isn't a meme, it's a movement. How can anyone seriously be bearish when the network is literally printing those kinds of numbers? Let me know your thoughts. And it gets even better. Kaspa Hub just reports that on September 28th, Kaspa hits a new record of 4,757 transactions per second on mainnet, the highest ever recorded for a proof-of-work network. Not just higher than other POW chains, but according to Kaspa Hub, it's also surpassing leading proof-of-stake chains like SOL, XRP, and BNB. Think about that for a second. A proof-of-work chain outperforming proof-of-stake networks that are supposed to be faster by design. Kaspa Hub even suggests this kind of infrastructure could support the economy of an entire continent. Imagine all of South America's hyperinflation and debt problems solved forever if they adopted a Kaspa standard. Now, I know that sounds ambitious, but is it really that crazy when you look at what the network is already achieving? What's your take on this? Could Kaspa actually become the financial backbone for emerging economies? Drop your opinion below because I want to hear what you're thinking. Now let's talk conviction because this part is important. Kaspa Daily shares data showing that Kaspa supply that hasn't moved in over 6 months has climbed to a new record high of 61%, showing continued conviction among medium-term holders. That's more than half of all Kaspa tokens sitting untouched, locked away by people who clearly believe in where this is going. According to the on-chain metrics, this kind of holder behavior shows serious conviction. These aren't day traders flipping for quick profits. These are people who've done their research and decided to sit tight. When you see numbers like 61% unmoved supply, that tells you something about market sentiment that price charts alone can't capture. Do you think this level of conviction signals we're sitting on a powder keg waiting to explode? Let me know what you think. According to Skibum Trading, Kaspa fundamentals are so ridiculously strong that well-known cypherpunks and even open-minded Bitcoin maximalists regularly engage with the project. The narrative and potential have caught the attention of major players, top-tier exchanges, big mining operations like Mara, and venture capital funds are all watching Kaspa closely. But here's the reality check. Price action isn't always a straight line up. After being the top-performing asset globally in 2022 and 2023, Skibum Trading points out that it makes complete sense to see a period of accumulation now. That's just part of a healthy market cycle. When you zoom out on the chart, do you see lack of interest, or do you see growing conviction? According to this analysis, the chart shows higher lows and a textbook accumulation pattern after a massive bull run. With its fair launch, proof-of-work security, 10 blocks per second, and a respected, doxed founder with real academic credentials and cypherpunk values, Kaspa looks positioned for serious growth. The question many smart traders are asking isn't if Kaspa will move, but how much longer they can accumulate at these levels before the real breakout happens. So ask yourself, are you accumulating or are you waiting on the sidelines? Because one of those strategies is going to age much better than the other. Now let's get into the price action because I know that's what a lot of you came here for. Kaspa is starting the week with a quiet but steady rebound after several days of selling pressure. Over the past 2 weeks, according to recent market data, the KAS price loses ground from the mid 8-cent area, but fresh buying interest is beginning to show up around key support levels. Right now, KAS is trading near 7.7 cents, up slightly on the day, and traders are watching closely to see if this early strength can build into something bigger before the session ends. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we can see a gradual downtrend from early September peaks near $0.096. Lower highs have defined the pattern, with Kaspa sliding toward a critical floor near $0.0727, where buyers have repeatedly stepped in over the past week. The latest candles show a small recovery from that support zone. After a temporary dip to $0.073 on September 27th, KAS recovers above $0.077, where it's currently consolidating just beneath short-term resistance between $0.080 and $0.082. According to the technical structure, if bulls want to maintain momentum, they need to break through that 0.080 ceiling and hold it. The main defense zone sits around $0.072 to $0.073, while the first real resistance bulls need to conquer is that 0.080 to 0.082 range to target the mid 0.08s. When we look at market indicators, momentum signals are beginning to turn more constructive. The RSI across multiple time frames sits in the 46 to 58 range, rising from oversold territory. This points to a market that's currently neutral but edging toward bullish if buying pressure continues. Open interest holds near $520 million, showing steady participation in the derivatives market. Net shorts are around $358 million, while net longs sit near $270 million, a balance that suggests no heavy one-sided positioning. According to these metrics, the lack of aggressive short buildup reduces the risk of a sudden downside cascade and actually gives room for a short-term bounce to develop. So what's the short-term outlook? The immediate focus is whether KAS can stay above $0.075 to $0.077 and challenge that 0.080 resistance before the daily close. A clean break and sustained hold above that band would likely pave the way for a run towards $0.084 to $0.086 levels we saw earlier this month. If bulls cannot defend the 0.075 level, the market could test the 0.072 support line, which has held multiple times before. A strong break below that would shift sentiment bearish and expose the next lower range around 0.070. For now, Kaspa is showing early signs of stabilization. A steady defense of the 0.072 base combined with rising RSI and firm open interest keeps the door open for a mild recovery through the rest of today's session. Here's my take on all of this, and I want you to really think about this. We're watching a project that has legitimate technological advantages, real network growth, institutional attention, and a community that's genuinely convicted about the long-term vision. The price might be consolidating right now, but everything happening beneath the surface suggests we're in an accumulation phase before something much bigger. Do I think Kaspa hits $1 this year? I think it's possible if the market cooperates and adoption continues at this pace. But regardless of short-term price targets, I'm watching a project that's actually building something meaningful in a space full of vaporware and empty promises. So here's what I want you to do. If you found value in this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update. I've got more deep dives coming on projects that are actually worth your attention, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Check out my other videos where I break down market trends, technical analysis, and opportunities you won't find anywhere else. Thank you so much for watching, for being part of this community, and for trusting me to bring you real analysis without the hype. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, stay sharp, stay informed, and keep building your knowledge. Peace. This video does not constitute financial advice or a recommendation and should not be treated as such. We strongly advise seeking independent financial guidance from a qualified and regulated professional before engaging in any investment or financial activities.
Shutdown countdown is underway. We'll dive into that for you guys today. Welcome back into the show. Let's get started. I want to thank our sponsor, and that's Coinbase. You guys can jump over to Coinbase.com, get into your whole crypto portfolio over there, whether you're a business or an individual. You can also dive into the Bitcoin back on every purchase credit card. This is another one that is, I think, interesting in the point of just the features that Coinbase is bringing to the markets. All of the kind of tokens that you might want, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, or altcoins, all available over there. Use our link down below, get some bonuses when you make your first trade and get started. Let's go over to a couple of points around the government shutdown. U.S. government shutdown in or by October 1st. If you look at the dates right here, skyrocketing here the last few days, now up to 73%. And if you look at it in comparison to the year, very high at 80%. So it's most likely going to happen. The real question is, how do the markets respond to this as we see a government shutdown start to take place? One thing you got to look at is, how does this respond based on polls? We put one out there, and this is a Polymarket poll showing 65% chance. Now it's way above that. But the real question, if it does happen, where will Bitcoin be and how will the market be impacted? And everybody's saying we're going to crash to 100K. No, not going to happen. Lows in from here. No, not going to happen. Instead, it's a nothing burger. So 53% saying this is not going to have any impact on the market whatsoever. If that's what you guys believe, let me know down in the comments. Let me go to a clip real quick. This is Senator Warren saying, well, maybe this time is a little bit different. Take a look.
Donald Trump not only has done nothing, he's seen the cost go up. I think this is the place to throw down and have that fight.
That to some people seems like a stupid idea.
You got to get some wins. Then damn, we need that. We need all 47 of them absolutely at full pedal to the metal, and we need to get them into these fights. TikTok, we are running out of time.
You believe the Republicans will blink and Trump will sign a bill that undoes these cuts?
So yes, this is a righteous fight. I mean, this is the fight to have. It's a fight that's people can understand, and it's a fight that touches every single person in this country.
And you feel like there's 43 of your colleagues that aren't going to squish?
I do.
All
I
right.
do.
I think Senator Warren is finally in a position where she's delusionary, because I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we are going to see the Democrats fold to this. There's too much at stake. I think this is going to happen. Whether it's a short shutdown or none at all, that's the real question, I think, going forward. Other things that are happening, the BLS announced it will not be releasing economic data, including Friday's jobs report, which is an important one, in the case of a U.S. government shutdown. I don't know if this will affect anything other than I already know that our jobs data is going to come in crappy. And if it comes in even moderately expected or hot, I won't believe the data anyway, because I'm still not in believing the BLS data is accurate. So that's just something that I'm continuing to watch, because there's always revisions within this. The odds of U.S. government shutdowns obviously rising, the S&P 500 and crypto dump right before these U.S. Shutdowns. And of course, it could be the cause for a little bit of volatility this week. I don't know. I'm still a little bit in the sense that if there is, first of all, I think if it folds, if the Democrats fold, then I don't think the market really cares. Even if there is a shutdown, as long as it's short, I think that's okay. And I'm saying less than a week. If it goes outside of a week, I think that's when markets will probably start perking up and going, wait a minute, this is not necessarily the case. All right, let's go on to another thing. And that, of course, is potential tariffs. Here's Trump saying that he's going to be imposing substantial tariffs on any country that does not make its furniture in the US. So that's another factor playing into this. There's a lot of companies that do not use the United States for furniture manufacturing. I know some of the biggest retailers are still exporting and importing from other countries out there. So this could actually have a little bit of a bearing on furniture cost here in the near future. Another thing he hits on, which is kind of weird, Trump.
Ladies and gentlemen, crypto fam, welcome back to my channel, and let me tell you straight up,
Hello everyone, welcome again to the channel. Thank you so much for watching my videos and welcome in today's episode. So Binance is no longer hiding about its interest when it comes to Kaspa. They now don't hide it anymore. Back in the days, we used to relate some of the posts that they tried to put out to Kaspa, but right now I think it's getting more and more obvious. Now we have one post that actually gave me confidence to even say this. This is the post that they put out today saying that this is my brain right now times 100. Now, when you look at something here, it looks familiar. And this is what we're going to be discussing in today's episode. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure to hit the like, make sure to subscribe to this channel. It really helps spread the word about Kaspa to as many people as possible. So we're going to start from back in the days when they asked some of the questions that were really pointing towards Kaspa. They asked, what is the blockchain trilemma? Now, if you want to know what is the blockchain trilemma, Kaspa is the only crypto that has solved the blockchain trilemma. So they went on and said it outlines the challenge to achieve optimal levels of the most desirable elements in a blockchain simultaneously: security, decentralization, and scalability. Increasing one usually leads to weakening of another. So they described the blockchain trilemma perfectly. But what they did not say is that Kaspa is the only crypto that does not sacrifice any of the three things in order to achieve maximum efficiency. So this is back in the early days. So we were thinking that maybe we are trying to relate everything that Binance is saying to the Kaspa listing because we want so bad to see Kaspa get listed. So there's another post that I actually want to relate to what I'm saying, because before smart contracts, we know that smart contracts are already live on Kaspa. As you can see, I put out a post saying that Kaspa smart contracts in situ, we can see they were deployed on 26th of this month, 26th September. That is when smart contracts went live. They were deployed by Casplex, and currently we have smart contracts on Kaspa. But look at the post that they put out before smart contracts: 18, 19, 20, now straight to 26. What do you think actually happened here? Because you can obviously see that they're hinting about Kaspa. Kaspa postponed smart contracts on August 31st. So that was a very big disappointment. Then they came and put three dates: 25, 26, 27. Then when the countdown began, it was scheduled for 26th of September. So smart contracts went live on Kaspa, which were deployed by Casplex on 26th. This is the exact tweet that was put out before Kaspa smart contracts. Everything is pointing towards Kaspa. Now, in the previous days, I used to say that maybe because we want this listing, because we want to see Kaspa on Binance, that is why you can see that we are relating every post that I put out with Kaspa. But this post here, I think this is the final confirmation that they are so much interested in Kaspa. I think the intern is very, very addicted to Kaspa. Now look at here. Now what they did is just to put this Binance, but actually this represents a DAG. And we know that. Now when you look at the Kaspa Explorer, I think this is a perfect description of the Kaspa DAG. So they're trying to say they're interested in Kaspa, but they can't just mention Kaspa. And I don't know why it's so hard to actually mention Kaspa. They always talk about other cryptocurrencies: Solana, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Sui, all these new cryptocurrencies. They can feel free to talk about them. But why do you think they are so hesitant? They have to use some sign language, some coding language in order to display. They have to use some complicated code language in order to describe Kaspa. I don't know exactly why they're trying to hide this Kaspa message to the people. So let's wait and see. But I believe, because I decided to put a post out there and said, I think this is the final confirmation that Binance is already interested in Kaspa. And they are not just interested in Kaspa, as they described here. This is my brain right now, times 100. Now, some people think that maybe Kaspa is going to do 100x. I saw some posts from the Kaspa community. Some people believe that due to what was written here by Binance, they believe that Kaspa is going to do 100x, which is actually on the table. Kaspa doing 100x should not be a surprise. If a 2 billion crypto goes to, let's say, 200 billion, we've seen a lot of cryptocurrencies that have done nothing groundbreaking achieve these types of market cap without even breaking a sweat. We saw what happened with XRP. XRP is now worth close to 200 billion. We saw what happened with Solana. We saw what happened with Sui. We saw what is happening with Ethereum, $500 billion in market cap. So why can't Casper do the same thing? So I believe Casper is primed for a massive, massive pump, and people are not ready. You can say that why is Casper not moving despite having smart contracts, despite moving from 1 block per second to 10 block per second? We haven't seen anything when it comes to price. And this has happened several times. Back on May 5th, 2025, most of us believe that after Kaspa moves from 1 block per second to 10 block per second, I think these top tier one exchanges are going to give a green light to list Kaspa, but the price remained the same. So what happened is the price did not do anything. Then we have smart contracts, something that was long waited by the Kaspa ecosystem, but the price decides to do the same thing. It did not do anything. The price is still the same. People are now confused, like what is happening? But we have to read this post from Caspian, which says, remember this, market makers and tier one exchanges won't let you hold cash naturally. Their goal is clear, to plant fear, doubt, and panic in your mind. They want you to feel like every other coin is rising while cash is worthless, failed, with no future. All of this is just to make you sell at low prices and then buy back at much higher prices. So why has not a single major crypto page mentioned Casper smart contracts launch? Imagine the same news for the meme coin or a listing on Binance or Coinbase. Every big page would blast it immediately, but CAS completely invisible, as if nothing happened. So you can see this happen when Kaspa moved from 1 block per second to 10 blocks per second. These mainstream crypto media never talked anything about Kaspa. It's only a few of them that value decentralization, that value innovative technology. Only a few of them went out to announce about Kaspa, but most of the mainstream crypto decided to keep quiet about Kaspa. And the same thing has happened after smart contracts. The Kaspa ecosystem were trying to voice this upgrade or this achievement. Now, why do you think most of the mainstream crypto media are trying to avoid Kaspa? Because they know exactly that Kaspa is a big threat to the top cryptocurrency blockchains. So when you connect the dots and one conclusion becomes clear, Kaspa is severely undervalued. This isn't just an investment, it is a historic opportunity for those who read between the lines and are ready to play the long game. There's sometimes I will tell you that Casper is going to pump. Casper is going to go to insane levels because of A, B, and C, because of listings, because of smart contracts, or because of any other type of catalyst. But what we have seen is that sometimes all these catalysts might happen, but the price is going to remain the same. So I think the most important thing that people need to have is the conviction. Sometimes all these fundamentals can play out, but the price won't respond. So what do you actually need? Do you sell because all the fundamentals have now played out and you're not seeing anything in terms of price? Or are you going to stick with the values and the things and the beliefs that made you get into Casper in the first place? So many people get confused. So many people are getting confused. And I think most people are going to give up because smart contracts happened, the crescendo hard fork happened, and we've seen nothing when it comes to price. But for the people that know, I think this is a massive and historic opportunity as it has been described by Caspian. So Binance knows exactly. You think Binance is just posting this for fun? They understand about Casper and they can't wait to list Casper. Whenever they feel the time is right, they're going to list Casper. But I think everything that they're saying, everything that they're pointing is directing towards Casper. And I think we're not delusional, we are not hallucinating here because sometimes you want something really bad and you just link everything that is happening to the thing that you want to see happen. But this is not the case. This is a dog being described here. This is not about BNB chain or anything. This is a description of a dog. When you look at the Casper Block Explorer, this is what they're trying to describe. Now, if this is not confirmation, I don't know exactly what confirmation do people want. Do you want Binance to come out and say, this is Casper on my brain right now, times 100? They are giving obvious hints right now because all of the hidden or coded messages they used to provide in the previous days does not actually matter. What matters now is them getting people to understand about Kaspa, getting people to know about the blockchain trilemma, getting people to understand about how secure, decentralized, and fast Kaspa really is. This is actually interesting. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, make sure to hit the like and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next episode.
Well, guys, shout out to the Kaspa team and the Kaspa Plex, and we will see what happens. Kaspa is still down to 7 cents, and if the theory holds with Binance, we should see a pump soon. But either way it goes, still be Kaspa, Kaspa, Kaspa. But as always, Jermaine Man BTM signing out. Remember, let's get back to the money, guys. Stay dangerous. Miner out.